Hi, and welcome to today. We're going to be doing a few things with just a really easy household item, and that is a towel. So there are a few things that we're going to work through, and that is some balancing. So go ahead and get yourself a nice bath towel, and we're going to start with it folded up. So it's coming into a standing position. With it folded there, we're just going to be placing one set of toes on the top side and the heel on the bottom side. So at the moment, there's not a lot of stretch, but we're about to get into a nice stretch for your calf area. So we're going to take a walk forward, and as soon as your foot is in front, you're just going to go into a bend of your knee, and you should get a nice stretch going down through the calf of your foot that's on the floor. In this case, it's my left leg. And then you're going to take a step backward over the towel. So again, take your travel forward, go into a knee bend, and then a knee straighten and a step backward. Now this is really important because this is how our foot functions as we take steps forward and backward in life. And here's a funny thing, I bet you not many of you take backward steps, but it's a very important part of walking through your gait cycle and also for strengthening the back line. And again, one more time as we take it forward and then go into the stretch. And then stepping out of that, we're going to change feet over. So again, your toes are going to be higher than your heel side. Start with it being really strong across the base of your 5-toe knuckles. And then we're going to go into the step forward and bend into the front knee. So you may notice there's a difference between your two sides and then stepping yourself back and over. You may also notice that there's more of a smooth transition between one or the other as you do your step. So this is great if you're feeling a little bit wobbly in your stepping or you've got any knee or hip issues, to get this feeling of stepping over something so that you've got good strength and coordination to take your leg over the top. This is going to eliminate things like shuffling in your life. So again, if you ever need some support, please bring things out that you can work with. So maybe you need a chair top or a roller or something just to give you some guidance and balance support. One more time as we go over, bending into the front leg, really enjoying the stretch on the back leg. From here, we're going to take both feet onto the top of the towel. And from this shape, we're just going to bend into the two knees. Now, it doesn't feel like a stretch that's about to snap you in half, but it's a superb stretch for the deeper muscle, which is called the soleus of your calf. And then straighten the legs out. And again, you feel like the knees travel forward with this one. Your spine just slides down an imaginary wall and then lengthening out again. We'll do 3 more like that. Sometimes I find with stretching, people want to rush through it. I don't know why. Stretching is delicious. And then lengthening out long. And again, the other thing with stretching is you have this anticipation that you're going to be feeling terrible and tight and at the end of your range, when that's not really how we should feel through stretching. Our muscles have a range of movement to go through, a lengthening phase, a shortening phase, and they should feel quite comfortable in those ranges. And then coming back out. Here comes your challenge. We're going to go into a rise up onto your toes. So even though the towel is a fairly steady surface, in the rolled up position like this, it's a lot more challenging than you think. Again, pushing up onto the toes, go as high as you can and pause at the top, and then returning yourself smoothly to the floor. Notice that when you come onto your toes, there's a forward momentum and then an upward motion and then a downward motion and a backward motion. So this is a combined movement. We don't just rise up all on our own. There's always coupled motions with what we're doing. So we'll go for 2 more of them. Trying to be as even as you can through the 2 feet, and then last time as we lift up, and then lowering your heels all the way down. All right, I'm going to turn to face towards you. The towel is still in the fold, and I'm going to stand on it with my left foot right into the center. As I am with my right foot on the floor, you'll notice the left leg is bent. I want to stand onto the left leg so that the left leg is now straight and the right foot is off the floor. In order for it to get off the floor, I have to pull my foot up toward me. So make sure you do that. And then set your right foot back down onto the ground. So again, there's a transfer of weight onto my standing leg on the towel and then transferring the weight to the standing leg on the mat. And again, up and down. So we'll just do another 2 of these. And just when you change from one side to the other, particularly on the standing leg, you want to ensure that you haven't dropped your hip out to the side or changed the length of your rib to pelvis connection, and then back toward the floor. We're going to switch our two sides over. You'll notice your towel is getting flatter and flatter, and that's okay because we can re-roll it in a moment. From here, again, we're standing up onto the right leg first, bringing the left toes off of the ground. And again, notice the wobble that sometimes happens in the ankle, and standing onto the foot, pulling the left toes up, and then coming back down. So we'll go for another 3 like that. This isn't very challenging work. This is part of what we do when we walk anyway through life, but we're not really consciously aware of it. And again, up and bringing it back down. So we'll do that last time, lift, and then returning back. All right, we're going to come onto the floor because that's where Babe wants me to be right now. We're just going to reposition the towel. So again, give it a new fold. So it's got some new life to it. Which way should we face? This way. Okay. So we're going to put the towel down and we're going to place it underneath one knee. So my right shin really is on top of the towel and my hands are underneath my pelvis. Got my toes in a flexed position, and you should notice that there's a slight lean of your pelvis to the side. From here, we're going to hover your knee just up into the air and then lower it back down. And again, we're working a round of 3s for this one. Lift and lower. On the next one, we're going to lift it up and hold it there. From there, we're going to slide your leg away from you, reaching it towards the back wall. Bring it in, lower your foot, lower your knee, and we go again. Coming up, slide the leg out, slide the leg in, knee down, foot down, and reposition. Last time we bring it up, reach it out. Now hold that leg out and lower your foot and lift your foot. And again, 2 and 3, hold the leg up. Take the leg out to the side as you drop it. Take it up and over across the center line. And again, 2. And last one to each side, 3. And then back to the center, bring the knee in and foot down, knee down, and rest. We're going to turn around to the other side as we set up for the second position. So again, just fluff the towel up a little bit and then placing the knee under or towel underneath the knee. So into the flex position of your toes. From here, keep your arms nice and steady, and again, hover your knee and lower your knee. Now you don't want to hover it so much that you correct too much and go into a tilt to the other side. You want to make sure that you've got the feeling that your pelvis is now balanced across the back of you. That was our third one. So we hold up and now we're going to slide that leg all the way out towards the back. You can go with a pointed toe or flexed foot, really doesn't matter. Bring the knee in, lower the foot down, lower the knee down, and restart. Lift the knee, slide the leg out, slide the leg in, foot, knee. Now, I'm making a point of this because if you just went with everything as one, you wouldn't find that differentiation in the body that we're after. This takes balance and coordination with your brain to get this all working. Hold the leg out behind you, lower your foot and lift your foot. 2 and 1 more, 3. Hold the leg up, send it out to the side and up and across to the opposite one. Your challenge in this movement is to not overly push out into your balancing hip, which in my case is the left hip right now. And then back into the center and lowering again, foot, knee, and taking a rest. All right, from here, this is like my favorite thing to do with a towel at home. We're going to take it into a lengthened position like this. If you had a second one, if you've got any neck issues, you could put it there. I call it the T position, but we'll use our hands just in case. So taking a position to sit onto your bottom, and then you're going to find a shape, hello, with your spine supported by the towel and then your hands behind your head, allowing your elbows to open out behind you like butterfly wings and just hanging out here for a few breaths. As I mentioned, if you had another towel, you could put it behind your head if your arms aren't happy in this position. And we're just going to finish with 3 deep breaths, just finding some space in your rib cage. Almost like you were trying to breathe into your underarms. And then one more deep breath in and out. And then from there, just to come out nice and easy, the safest way is to turn to a side, press yourself up from the floor, and then you're kind of back where you began. Puppy in the lap, and we'll sign off from there. Have a great day.